shall describe the story of the University of San Agustin, the USA that's open to welcome everyone because it does not require a visa to enter. As a brief introduction, University of San Agustin, or USA, as it is fondly called, is owned and governed by the Augustinian friars. Foremost among them is Pope Leo XIV, who used to be the Prior General of the Order of St. Augustine, from whom we receive guidance, wisdom, and divine inspiration. Through the leadership of former President Reverend Father Frederico Mandador, and now the President Reverend Father Arnel Dizon, USA is known for its flagship degree programs in pharmacy and medical technology because of its top-notch board exam performance. Hence, it has an excellent track record as a primarily teaching university. However, USA was not a destination for research or collaboration, even in Iloilo City alone. Hence, it is with a sad note to say that in 2015, USA had only one partnership with an RDI in Iloilo, down the road, 30 minutes from the University of San Agustin. But it was an expired MOU, and our partner was not interested to renew the partnership. You can see now on the screen that in 2015, these are the major RDIs and research universities in the country. But where was USA? It was unknown and unranked at that time. Fast forward 7 years later, USA was ranked among the country's best research-performing HDIs. Thank you. And has consistently ranked among the top 10 for the next 3 years, and in the 120th anniversary of the university in 2024, it ranked 4th among private HDIs in the country, just trailing behind NCR's big 3 private HDIs. So the question is, how did USA do it? And I get this question very frequently. Next slide, please. The truth is, there's no secret. Father Comendador's leadership was anchored in the mission of Caritas, and that's the love for the community, for the common good. And lip service is not in the vocabulary. USA followed a common time-tested management principle, that is, when embarking on an enterprise, an institution must invest in human capital. Then entrust this enterprise on people who know how to do the job right on day one. And the human capital empowerment came from DOST's belief scientists that brought Dr. Janelle Saludes and Dr. Dorothy Delisai from Washington, USA to USA. And that transfer of expertise veered away from the common Balibayan phrase that says, if the US do it this way, so this must be the way to do it in the Philippines. No, it was not done that way. In fact, it was contextualized, Philippinized, so that the expertise transfer was successful in building a productive academic government partnership ecosystem. And I'm showing to you here. Next slide, please. On the screen, you can see the pioneering, strong industry partners that trusted USA, that then annulled USA in 2015. In a conscious effort to transform USA into a research-intensive institution, President Comendador created the Office of Research in November of 2015 and appointed Dr. Saludes as its only associate vice president. We started with Gregor Mendel Research Laboratories, or GMRL, and namesake of the Augustinian monk from Brno, Czech Republic, is an Augustinian priest who's regarded as the father of modern genetics and established the laws of heredity. The inauguration of GEMRL started in November 2016 and by November 2015, and by April 2016 it was ready to roll, was visited by the then DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña. In 2020, GI 2020 or the Global Initiatives 2020 was built with the guideline, the principle of let's build the airport and the airplanes will land. Alluding what happened to Iloilo City when the new airport was built, which became the global gateway that spurred the transformation of Iloilo from what is just sleepy town into a modern, vibrant city now. When I told Father Manolo that there's no budget in the annual plan of the university for research, his statement truly hit my core when he said, kung kailangan umutang ng university to fund my proposed research plans, gagawin niya. So when your leader gives you that commitment, he really opened a blank slate for me to draw the vision. And from then on, 5 multidisciplinary research centers were established, which now call us C2B2, CFB, Krishik, CFI, and Kandi. And many of you perhaps can recognize the faces of these people who are running these world-class research centers. 4 of 5 founding directors are all elite scientists who are now leading world-class research programs in the countryside. Indeed, the airport was built and the airplanes have landed. So thank you, Elite Scientist Program. Thank you, UST, for this enabling program. Following GEMRL, additional infrastructure facilities were established that you can see on the screen. And in 2021, the DOST Las Lunas NMR laboratories was established as well. And just this January, the NICER in Functional Food Excellence was also opened as part of our infrastructure development. So what is USA's current first research programs now? The synergy of people, partnership, and places has established the Las Lunas Development Center in Region 6, now a rich resource of about 3,000 beneficial bacteria that could be a gold mine in drug discovery of future generations to come. CANIP is Fisher's Institutional Development Program beneficiary for sustainable smart nanomaterials that develops bioplastics with application in soap and shampoo packaging, solar-driven portable desalination devices, as well as hydrogen gas generation using original engineered nanomembranes. The Las Lunas NMR laboratory was approved for implementation. This is the story that I could tell you. It was approved in June 15, 2021 with a 12-month timeline for procurement, site demolition, construction, subterranean vibration-free flooring, as well as inauguration. And this was at the heart of the pandemic, remember that. There was no ifs or buts. The university worked right away, and in 11 months, all of these were completed and inaugurated in May of 2022. Remember, at the height of the pandemic. Now, there are 12 universities that are benefiting from the NMR facility, from Asparno in Ilocos, from Mariano Marcos State University, down south from the University of Southern Mindanao. This facility is serving the people that sponsor this facility. Last January, Yusek Leda and Chair Dr. Shirley inaugurated the one and only tropical food facility, research facility in the country called LIFE. And this is a demonstration of what academic, government, industry can do. This facility will develop new products enhancement of memory using our cacao commodity from Region 6 and Region 11. And these industry partners, Herbanex Laboratories, Malawi Chocolates, Pharma Galanex from Iloilo City, have been engaged starting from the ideation stage. We are not getting the results of the discovery, but instead industry partners are already part, right at the conceptualization. This discovery shall help enhance and maintain the health and well-being of Filipinos. Thinking of men's science in corporation. Here with us is the president of Pharma Galanex, a young, vibrant, energetic pharmacist entrepreneur who's joined Mr. John Soyesta. John, please stand to the right now. Aside from these discoveries, we do not forget that we need to contribute to the discovery of new knowledge as academics. And briefly showing to you here where we publish the knowledge discovered by the University of San Agustin, describing the breadth and quality of this knowledge. RDI outcomes do not end on the shelves of the publications, though. Instead, these are inspired and driven by societal and economic outcomes for the benefit of the people. For example, on March 16, 2020, when the national lockdown was declared by the government, USA had the one and only functional PCR machines in Western Visayas. And that machine was sponsored by DOST. It opened its doors to 6 hospitals to train in COVID-19 testing, and by July of that same year, when the rest of the country was still thinking on what to do for COVID-19 testing, Western Visayas was already rolling out COVID-19 testing because in April or May of that year, during the lockdown, medtechs and doctors were trained in the laboratory of the university. You can see FDA-certified commercial products on the screen produced by Herbanex and by Pharma Galanex, and there are products in the pipeline that's being developed and for licensing in the near future. USA does not end its service in the walls of the university. It gives voices to and facilitates the employment of community members of indigenous peoples. These people are the Laylayan Kapulunan. These are employed by our hospital partner, the medical city, and we also provide telehealth services to vulnerable and low income, as well as policy recommendations for the broader community. For sustainability, new generation of Filipino scientists and researchers must be part of that ecosystem. We train personnel, both academic and non-academic personnel of the university in writing grant proposals and publishing, but we extend our borders all the way to the entire country, providing training in skills, grant writing, and publication. You may have noticed that